Let's move on to our first main topic today. Chris, what is our first main topic today?
Our first topic is coming from Vital Machine. Hi, John. Yet another effect of the Disney takeover has popped up. Just read that Disney Television has officially taken over the original shows on Hulu. It said Disney TV is now fully responsible for, quote, development and commissioning for Hulu's original comedies and drama series. I sort of thought that they'd still have autonomy to function on their own. Is this a good or bad move? And should we be worried for Handmaid's Tale, Castle Rock, and Runaways? Do you think this is going to be a good thing for Hulu?
Well, I mean, one of the really interesting things about the whole takeover of Disney of Fox was by Disney owning Fox. Remember, Hulu was owned by a lot of different studios. They have multiple owners, right? And Disney was one of the primary shareholders. Fox was one of the primary shareholders. Comcast was one of the primary shareholders. By Disney taking over Fox, as a result of that, now owning Fox, they were now a majority owner in Hulu. And since then, Comcast has just agreed to sell over their remaining stake in Hulu over to Disney, basically giving Disney complete control over Hulu and what they're going to do. And we all know that Bob Iger's got a lot of plans for Disney Plus and Hulu, the more adult stuff over to Hulu, the more family-friendly stuff over to Disney Plus, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But much likened unto Disney buys Lucasfilm, well, Lucasfilm kind of still runs its own division, even though they report to and they have to answer to and take direction from Disney. They own Marvel, but they let Kevin Feige, as the president of Marvel, still kind of run that thing, although he does have to answer to and take direction from Alan Horn over at Disney. Same thing with Pixar, same thing with whatever. Would they kind of be free to do their own thing? Well, they kind of still do in a way, because what happened here is that they've made it kind of clear that the creative guys behind the stuff at Hulu, they themselves are still kind of running the show. It's just that now they answer to different bosses. So the creative executive vice president over at Hulu in charge of programming and stuff like that, he still has his job. He's still there. The only difference is that now, like Marvel under Disney, where Kevin Feige has to now report to Alan Horn, now this guy's going to have to report to the head of Disney Television. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. So there is a lot of that right there. And so to a degree, Hulu is still being run by the Hulu creatives. It's just that now they're going to be getting a different set of marching orders to whichever degree Disney decides to get involved from somebody else rather than, the former CEO of Hulu. Anyway, Aaron, you hear about this. Do you think something like this is an opportunity for Hulu? Do you think is this something that people who are fans of Hulu original programming should be worried about? Is it something we should be excited about? What do you make of this whole move?
Well, first of all, I want to say happy birthday to Ray, who did that awesome Disney Handmaid's Tale graphic. Happy birthday, Ray. I mean, there's nothing that man can't do. But also, I am a little worried. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that we have to worry about current programming such as Handmaid's Tale, Castle Rock, Catch-22, The Runaways. Those shows are going to stay as they are because clearly they're working. And so they're going to continue giving the people what they want. What I'm concerned about is other shows that come down the pipeline. Yes, the person in charge of programming still has his job, but as you said, he's reporting to a new boss now. And so when a new show comes up, let's say that Handmaid's Tale wasn't based on a book and you're just describing this dystopian future where women are being forced as sexual slavery for infertile couples, like that's some really dark stuff going on. Does Disney, the more that they are publicly connecting themselves with the Hulu brand, do they want that to be something that they are connected with, something that's the content that's a little bit darker? I don't know. I don't think so. So my concern is not for the existing shows, but more the void of those dark, gritty shows that we've come to love on Hulu, even being an option in the future. That's where my concern lies.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why I don't think we need to worry about that part of it right now is because of the fact that Bob Iger said they want to do R-rated stuff. It's just that the R-rated stuff isn't going to be under their family-friendly brands like Marvel, like Disney proper. If they're going to have some R-rated stuff, might put it over under the Fox banner and stuff like that. And I think the whole reason they want to control Hulu while having their own, well, I mean, Hulu's there, so they're both their own, but they've got this Disney Plus thing launching, and they've got Hulu. I think they specifically want to have Hulu so they can have programming like Handmaid's Tale or The Boys, which is on Amazon, but I'm just saying for an example, The Boys. I think that gives them the freedom because Bob Iger's always worried about sending a clear, unconfusing message to his customers and to his fans. And that's, hey, if you come see a Marvel movie, an MCU movie, you know what you're going to get. This is for the whole family, blah, blah, blah. But if they don't put the Marvel label on it or the MCU label on it, if they don't say this is on Disney Plus, which is for the whole family, this is over on Hulu, I think that gives them a lot more freedom to explore heavier stuff, more adult stuff. Because, they had, what didn't they have? They had Touchstone Pictures for a long time, right? And they used to put out like heavier, dark stuff under Touchstone. I think this gives them an outlet for that.
I hope so. I don't know though, because 10 years ago when Paul Lee went from ABC Family to head of ABC programming, the slate of ABC programming definitely went lighter. So I hope that you are correct. I really do, because I love Hulu for being dark and gritty and telling more R-rated stories, and I want it to stay that way. I will remain cautiously optimistic then. I'll follow your lead, John, but I don't know. I'm not so sure about it.
There's also a prestige thing. I mean, like Handmaid's Tale's won tons of Emmys.
Absolutely.
And blah, blah. So hopefully hopefully I'm right about that, but we'll see. What do you guys think about this? Is Disney now officially exerting their control over Hulu? An exciting development? Is it a worrying development? What are your thoughts on this? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.